Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we're back to continue our playthrough of XCom Enemy Within featuring the Long War mod. And we were lucky enough to down this fighter that seemed to be sniping or going after our satellites last mission, and we will go now and see what we find on the ground from this crashed fighter, and we got the team put together to do it. We have Rafael Nadal going along as our commander and medic. So Rafi is the only one on this group that's due for a promotion, so let's get in there and give him his promotion. He is more of the, rather than the field medic, where I still, even though he is being built as a support medic and having smoke and mirrors and whatnot, as far as his perks, I'm going with smoke grenade, although I was very, very tempted to just go with, I love paramedic. He is a medic after all, but he's a support medic, so he can still use his med kits. He's just going to be using them more in a support role and perhaps using it in the cover of smoke. So his focus is more on protecting the whole unit as he goes around doing his medic duties. You'll notice on this down fighter I brought an arc thrower on the medic. That's because way over here when we get to her on Christina the spy Busty, we brought our other arc thrower, but she does not have the repair feature on her as far as a promotion goes. So that's a single charge. So we actually have two charges now along with us for the arc thrower. I got Boris Boom Boom Becker along as our infantry. I'm actually thinking of changing one of those to a flashbang, because as we're really going to be focused on capture, flashbangs are coming in the most handy as far as our loadout to helping us maneuver while we get those captures. So let's get over here and add a little flashbang instead of those HE grenades. Besides, it's a downed fighter out in the forest usually. And oh, this is settlement, so we're actually probably, we could either be on the top of the building or this in kind of the city with banged up city ruins as if we're in the middle of a war, or we could be on the farm potentially. So there is settlement, so actually there could be cover destruction available. With that in mind, I think I'm going to switch my engineers pieces right there. We're going to go with the HE grenades there to balance that out in case we do have opportunities at cover destruction. Okay, continuing on, we also have Trevor T-Bone Hertz as our Rocketeer. He's coming with his full complement on this mission. We have David Golden Balls Beckham as our Assault, and he is bulked up here with the armored vest and the carapace armor, so he'll be able to tank on in there to do some damage for us. Sebastian Professor Jeski as long as our scout. We got a little battle scanner action going along with him also. And as we said, with as our engineer, we have Christina the spy Busty along. And it's good to see Arden Storyteller Schlug is back. I think she was hidden in a nasty way back on Confounding Light, but she has recovered and is back with us as our sniper. I'm sure she'll have some more stories to tell us now that she's back. And Keith, Caretaker Murl, is along as our gunner. So we have decent armor scattered around the group. I didn't go as much with the vests this time because the overall armor, I went with the extras since we're going for captures as far as flashbangs as opposed to armor. So that's how we are outfitted. Let's get out there and see exactly what the mission surroundings look like.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
Short flight, that's a nice thing about downed UFOs in our territory. Nice short flight.
We're heading to South Africa for this one, and we need to get down there fast.
So it is the farmhouse.
We came down hard in a remote area just outside of a small town. We should deploy and eliminate any hostiles at the crash site.
Okay, so it's a fun little map depending on where we start. It can also be an awkward little map depending on where we start. So let's get in there. We're going to start out in the middle of the field, kind of out in the middle of nowhere with mostly just half cover, or do we start back over by the farmhouse itself? Well, we start out in the field with a lot of half cover between us and wherever we want to go.
Strike 1 is free to engage hostile targets at the crash site.
Now it's a downed fighter, so it doesn't even always have as many enemies that we have to worry about as a downed scout. So I could kind of stay up along the map edge, and then we have the UFO that's right beyond out of our vision. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head across this field over towards the farmhouse and just kind of keep my eyes and ears open for some meld. I think that's what we're going to do. Sebastian, you should be up here near the front somewhere. There you are. You're my scout. Let's have you do your job and lead the way. And it's a fairly decent sized map, so considering that we're looking at potential... I think I'm just going to do a small step. Wait, I got full cover way over here. So we're going to stretch it. We're going to risk an activation on the first move with you, Sebastian, just to stretch the reaches of our vision. And nothing. So we got a pretty clear view across the field here, and it's looking pretty wide open. We'll see when we start getting back into the farmhouse, farm equipment area, if we run into anything over there. Boris, Boom Boom Becker, let's get you up so we can have you in position to maybe take a shot for us as infantry. Like to get David Beckham. Yeah, you're over on this side. Let's push you up this way right here.
Location confirmed.
Tina, I do want to have my engineer up near the front. And Keith, it'd be nice to have a little suppression action over here. We're going to push a little bit to the side, so hopefully they don't activate on a yellow move. That would be awkward.
Got it. Moving.
But we don't. I feel a little more confident taking risks on a downed fighter that doesn't have an excessive amount of enemies. And Trevor, we can get you, I'm thinking of getting you near the front, just pushing you up, because if I don't keep you paced with your rockets, all of a sudden these guys are going to be out of range of your rockets. Now the one I don't need to necessarily rush as far as everybody else is my sniper. And we're going to park you right here, Arden, to kind of cover our advance across the field. And we can steady you. Ah, cyber disc. So it may not be a lot of enemies, but it's a cyber disc. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to be a little more conservative in my moving forward now. We're going to make sure we have a steadied rocket to help us cover our movements forward. Let's see. Sebastian, I'm still going to have you lead the way for us. We're only going to make the jump up to this full cover tree, and then you should be more in range to make the dash the final direction or final distance up here.
Okay.
So this turn is going to be more of a short hop for us.
Yes, Commander. Enemy inside.
Oh, look at that. Pot of 3, pot of 4, and they've got in themselves in potential position to flank, but fortunately we didn't get too far. So we have room and time to maneuver. I got a great, quick, easy shot on the floater. I have a decent shot on the Muton, and he's the one I worry about the most. And the sectoid the least, obviously. Look at those little 4 hit point sectoids. They don't scare me, so I think I'm going to put all my focus over here on the Muton with you, Arden. And we're going to even use our precision shot over on the Muton, 85%. You're back from the sick bay. Let's see if you've lost any of your touch. No, you have lost nothing. A 10-hit crit down to 1 remaining hit point. You made him feel it. Oh, that was good. That was good. Okay, Keith, we have the ability to just take out potentially. You're the one we got to worry about a little bit as far as a flank goes, so maybe, because that sectoid could easily move up and maybe get a flank shot on you, so we're going to take away the possibility of a flank. Of course, the cover won't be as good, but if we do enough hurt on these guys, we won't have to worry about the cover situation at all. So let's get you up this way. And we have a chance at 88% there. Very bad chance for everything else, but I'm going to not shoot you yet against the floater just in case we need to use your suppression to lock somebody down due to some that's XCom moments. Trevor, we probably are not in this instance going to need your rocket, but what I'm going to do is move you up to better cover and steady you and just keep you in my back pocket. That's what I'm thinking, because I can't quite push you forward to anything but this half cover here. And maybe I'll move you up to this half cover and steady you at that point. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. I do not have suppression with this medic, so I'm going to have to change my thinking and get used to that also. But Rafael, Nadal, let's move you up this way. We may have a need or may decide to use a little smoke. You have a decent shot on the floater. Tina, where are you? If we need you, are you going to be able to move anywhere helpful? You can move up helpful in a nice flankable position. And then your range, you probably would be able to use your grenade to end the threat of the muton if we need it. So I'm kind of thinking, Keith, we got you to hold down that potential flanking sectoid in the back. Hopefully we can take care of the other two in the front. In fact, I'm going to put that task to Boris Becker. You're going to have true tries at 90%, and if you can't do that with those kind of odds, something's wrong. Even in XCom. There we go. One down. That's going to give you Overwatch with your last move, more than likely. I think I'm going to then therefore move Tommy up here to this cover and steady that rocket in case that cyber disc decides to push forward. I'm not going to push forward and even going to try. Now I'm tempted to come up here. Now I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Tina like we talked about, get her up to the edge, get her grenade in range. It means I'm going to lose a corpse, or, you know, I'd be tempted, but I got to remember that UFO isn't very far back, so we could potentially, as we try a muton capture, we could also be risking worse. I'm thinking, Sebastian, we're going to have to push you forward, because that would mean free reign. I may end up, and we may work on a capture again then. May work on the muton, since he's the one ripe for capture with 1 hit point. We'll just work on suppressing him for the moment to keep him locked down.
Hi, Commander.
And with him locked down, hopefully we aren't in range of a grenade. If I move David Beckham, if I move you up here next to Nadal. And that means I'm going to take a low percentage pot shot on the sectoid in the back just to see if we can't get lucky. The other option would be to pop some smoke. And at 44%, maybe we just play this defensive game here. And Sebastian, let's move you up a little bit. I can't recall where that other sectoid, and there is one more sectoid. Yeah, there is a second X sectoid out of sight, so I don't want to put us on the side of anything where we have the potential where we could get ourselves flanked. We're just going to push you back to this point. I'm going to steady the rocket just to be prepared, not for what we're facing now, but just to be prepared for that cyber disc should it wander into us. With that in mind, then we can move forward with you, Tina. In fact, I'm thinking I will even try pushing you super far forward taking some shots with the sectoids. If they do some, if they do some hitting, they shouldn't knock us out for too long. And that's the game we're going to play. I want to get you nearby for a potential capture, Tina.
On the move.
And that means you, Boris, Becker. I think we're going to play an Overwatch game just to keep them from rushing us. I don't know if that's the better. You're kind of far back to be effective, but then you can't move forward to any unflankable position at this point. So yeah, we're just going to have to set you on Overwatch. And Rafi, I think we're just going to do it and play it safe. And get the lead contingent here all under smoke. It shows it will all be covered. Let's hope that turns out to be a reality. Let's see their play. There's the other sectoid. We got vision of him. It. We got suppression on Tina, which is not ideal. Oh, so much for the capture on the Muton. Didn't work out well for us in that one. Oh, just what I was afraid of. Not nice. Oh, did we get lucky on the itchy trigger tentacle. Woo, baby. And the sectoids are scared away. Well, we do have a steadied rocket now, and that is going to be the first shot that we are going to take. It's going to go right back here. It doesn't look like it's going to pick up the drone. There, if I shoot it right there, it's going to pick up the drone. I know there was a seeker somewhere back in there. I don't know if we'll get a little shredding effect on the seeker also, but we are going to give this a shot right here. Fortunately, the cyber disc is not on Overwatch. Let's see if we can do some initial damage here.
Won't even know what hit him. Let's soften him up.
Yeah, we got shreds on 3, it looks like. So it might have been that seeker that's a little bit out of sight. Ideally, we could break that suppression at some point, but my primary focus has got to be, I think, on the cyber disc. We got to do some big time damage. It's only 56% here by Arden. To break it now, don't you think it would be nice to have that precision shot available? But we got to hope with the laser rifle we can do a good piece of damage right here. Let's do it, Arden. Nice hit, nice solid hit. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. At this point, it's kind of tough to pick cover over here because we've got sectoids on one side and drones and whatnot on the other side. So picking the angle of cover is going to be tough. Now we do, unfortunately, we do fortunately have the ability to do a little run and gun, which might not be a bad possibility. It would be inside. I'm kind of thinking just to get, it's going to put you in very difficult position to get counter-attacked, David Beckham. But we're gonna do the run and gun just to knock out a cyber disc, because I'm kind of thinking, other than the outsider in the UFO that we down, the fighter that we down, this is probably the pods that we're facing right here. Now there's a seeker back in there somewhere, but you're going to give us vision of everything, so hopefully we can pick up the loose ends and the pieces to keep it all together once you finish your run and gun.
Sprint and spray.
Hopefully you're not too close. I just realized that maybe I should have had you 1 hex back, because that explosion, I'm hoping you're not going to be in range of any explosion when we kill the cyber disc. I don't know if you'll be the one to do it. You're going to get it pretty low though. Not low enough. Not low enough. 78%. This might be enough to do it with you, Sebastian. Do we have anybody else in some decent range to be able to get us a shot? I could easily bring you up right here. Well, not you. I meant you, Boris Becker. We could easily get you up a little closer to take a shot, and I'm going to do that as a matter of fact. 70 on the drone, 85 on the cyber disc. Let's try the cyber disc. That's the one we've got to get rid of. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. We got 78% against the, we're going to take that last 78%er right here. Nadal takes it down. Now is that explosion going to do me damage? No, looks like we got armor protection is what it's telling me. So we didn't take damage, thank goodness, from that. Unfortunately, our close encounters on a run and gun, close combat, so that shot didn't save us with another one, so we're going to have to work on that drone that has us flanked. Sebastian, you seem to me the most likely to have a shot. It's only 63%, but it'll apply hollow targeting if I can manage to find somebody else to follow up your shot. Let's get it started. Can you tell I'm ignoring the sectoids right at the moment? In fact, now maybe we can work on that sectoid. The other one ran pretty far back, so I'm almost feeling... Yeah, maybe. I'm kind of feeling I can bring you up to here, Keith. If we provide our own kind of suppression, that could free Tina up a little bit. It improves her odds to potentially get a hit. I don't know if she can now have the ability to throw a grenade very far. No, not really. So I think what we're going to end up doing is just putting you on Overwatch to kind of protect us against the drone up here. And oh wait, look at that! The Seeker that I kept thinking was over there, that Shredder took care of the Seeker. It's just laying there on the roof. So that is one less enemy to worry about. So we got two sectoids off there and that one drone. So Tina, I think your best course of action is just to set you up on a little Overwatch. These aren't power hitting, power packing enemies that we're going to have to worry about here. Let's just set you on Overwatch. Got it covered. Let's see their play. Got a little mind merge going. We haven't seen that in a while. We haven't seen two sectoids on the map at the same time in a while. He's going to move up. He's going to activate any close combat. Oh, we got a little... He had vision where we don't have vision. I'm surprised he didn't go up against David Beckham. He's going to try breaking the suppression with a little mind fray, and it did not work. Way to hang in there, Keith. Okay, what I am thinking now... Boris Becker, is we are going to run you around the corner, find ourselves a little drone. See if we can't end it right here. That's going to give you a nice shot. The only question is going to be, will the armor it has protect it to live another day? Oh boy, let's talk about armor, why don't we? Good thing though is we were within the circle. We were within our close encounters, close combat specialist area, our circle, so we get that second shot, and hopefully we can finish it off this time. No armor to help it out, or at least not enough. Okay. Now we got some sectoids off in the distance that we need to start dealing with. I'm thinking Arden. I'm feeling a little Arden action back here. I'm thinking you can help us out. I don't know why. Oh, he's in that's considered full cover. It just doesn't look like it's that tall, and it should be full cover. But we're going to see, Arden, if you can do a little hurt on that tiny little sectoid over there. A coin flip for you, Arden. Let's see if your recovery is all the way back, or if you still need to work on it. That looks high. Yeah. Oh, looks a little high. We can definitely get up for potentially another shot up here. I think our most serious threats are gone at this point. Tina, actually, we could push you up. We aren't too close to that alien aircraft or spacecraft yet.
I'm on the move. Visual on the goods.
Okay, we actually have sight of the guy in the back, and if we could find a way to connect, that would do a little bit of hurt on the guy in the front. We have two options. We have a grenade. You could reach over here with one of your grenades, and maybe that's what we try initially.
Frag out.
That's a nice little bit of hurt over there. We have the ability to bring you up, Boris Becker, not in any great super fashion. If we're gonna dash, we might as well just dash you all the way up, eh? Maybe we'll dash you over to full cover. By dashing you over to this full cover, though, you're still not quite in range. You wouldn't have a shot. Do we feel too threatened by a sectoid hit? We have better armor than we've had in a while, so I'm thinking we'll take the risk for a sectoid hit. And maybe, just maybe, I throw a little more smoke for those of us right here in the immediate threat area. Keith, it's only 29%, so maybe we lock him down with just a little more. If I bring you right here,
Moving to position.
you could be in that area of smoke when I throw it. Maybe now at 44%, is that worth it? Is that worth the shot, or do we just play it safe and suppress? There's a good question. Who else do we have left to play? We've got you, Sebastian, to bring up, and I'm almost thinking the same thing with you. Maybe we just get you up into position. You've got the armor to survive a hit also. Let's get ready to be able to do something fun next time. And finally, Trevor, I don't think we have to worry about your rockets anymore.
I'm on it, Commander.
But just in case it gets awkward, let's steady you. If we start missing too many shots, we'll waste the last bit of our smoke right here. I don't know if that's waste, because after this sectoid, I believe it probably will just be the outsider that we're going to have afterwards. That's the way I best judge it, so we might as well protect ourselves while we're in the half cover, especially if they mind merge and improve their odds of hitting. And I guess we'll just go with your suppression. It's going to use up the ammo for you, but we'll lock down the most close alien.
Come on.
And let's see what they do. What do we do? Try the mind merge again. Oh, this time they gotcha, didn't they? This time they gotcha. The mind fray worked this time, Keith. I guess they just did it one too many times on you, and you couldn't resist it. Now we don't have run and gun anymore, so I'm kind of thinking I heard some meld back here. I'm gonna hustle. Can't spit it out. Say hustle. We're gonna try and get back here to pick it up. Next turn we should have our run and gun, and I should then be able to make it all the way, I would think. So let's get ourselves positioned here and reloaded.
Visual on the goods.
And your plan, or your goal, is to get the meld, David Beckham. And we have some more meld teasing us in the back, but we got sectoid preventing us from grabbing that one. Plus, we're in sight now of the spaceship, so getting greedy on this meld could potentially activate an outsider, so we're going to have to be careful about that one. Nice thing now is I think we should have the tools we need to be able to knock out a sectoid. Question being, do we want to go for a capture? Tina, will you be potentially close enough? Not this turn. But Tina, we're going to push you forward right here.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, we are getting tantalizingly close to that spaceship, and I may have to avoid that meld just because of that outsider inside. But I do like the idea, and we're going to try your little pistol here and see if you can potentially hit and weaken down that sectoid on your own right here. Ha ha ha! You're setting yourself up for the capture, Tina. There you go. The rest of us, I think we're going to try and flashbang the heck out of him. That is the plan I'm going with. Who do we got here? We got you, Sebastian, in case there's any Overwatch that gets set. So for right now, we're going to push you up here. Now I'm thinking that is only half cover. Perhaps this little guy here, perhaps you are, you have a low profile or something. Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's what was confusing me. I'm going, that's not full cover. It's because you got a little defensive perk for you. I think I'm going to use you, Boris Becker, to use up your flashbang to bang this guy, and hopefully we'll keep him locked down for one more turn, so Tina can get up there with her arc thrower. I also have an arc thrower over here. I think it's a good time to reload you, Arden.
Ready to rock.
I'm kind of thinking I might as well also rush you up here, Rafael Nadal, just so we have two attempts at a capture nearby, just depending on how he moves. So let's do a dash over here.
Corriendo.
Now, Rafael, you aren't set up with as much armor. Sebastian, we're going to move you right here. Now hopefully with you already there, that's not in a position that will activate anybody. Okay, good. We don't need no outsider. Don't need an outsider. I think we don't need you to fire on anything, and if anything it would have been the back sectoid, but it is not there. So let's reload and get ready for the next few turns. I'm going to keep moving you up, Trevor, just in case something appears that I need your rocket with, and we will steady you here. Oh, don't move. Don't move. 1% shot. I'm good with that. I am good with that. Okay, now we have run and gun available, and I'm going to use it.
Sprint and sprint.
All for that sweet, juicy meld back here.
Moving out. In hand, Commander.
There we go. Nice 21 collected. And maybe we just Overwatch. Not that anything is back here. I think we've hit all the pods. We did that move just purely for the meld. What I'm going to try now, and it's going to be dangerous, so I think I'm going to start out with you, Nadal, to try and get the capture. We're going to move up. Geez, I could move right up behind here. What is your range, Tina? Back over here. Or right here. I'm worried about that other sectoid by taking that position to capture. So I think we're going to try and start out with this capture with you, Nadal. So at least you have some cover back here from the other sectoid just in case. And this is going to be our biggest chance to activate the outsider, depending where he's located inside that UFO. So this is a big risk move, potentially. Okay, we did not activate an outsider. Let's go for the stun. 54%. And we got it, it looks like. Oh, we got it. Okay, we got ourselves I think that's our first sectoid capture. Am I thinking right? I could be wrong. That might be our second sectoid capture. The only one I'm sure about is the Muton, because he's almost researched. I'm going to, rather than push you forward, yeah, I'm just going to keep you right here to reload. You have nothing left to help us out with at the moment. Sebastian, we can start rotating around. I'm thinking I want to rotate up by these tractors and then drop down on the fighter over here. We're going to have a sectoid loose that could potentially mess with our plans, but that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to proceed. Let's see, if we didn't activate here, odds are we probably won't activate there, but just to be safe, that I don't think we will have to worry about that sectoid kamikazing us. He's going to be out of range, and he would be able to flank us here, but I don't think it will. So that's why I'm going to dash you, Sebastian, over here to cover, which doesn't have the ideal directions for us. Boris, Becker, I'm going to bring you up here just so you can provide some overwatch to protect Sebastian a little bit up there. And see if that'll help us. We're going to have to reload soon, but we'll do the overwatch this turn. We also got coverage from Arden back here, and I'm going to start bringing Arden a little farther forward. Does she have lone? Yeah, she has lone wolf. And I still think this will activate her lone wolf over here. We may not have what minor little height advantage we would have had up this slope, but I'm going to start keeping her in closer pace with us. And we'll steady. Alrighty, I'm going to move just a little bit closer with that rocket, where I can still steady it. It looks like the big threats for rockets are gone now. But I still want to follow up with a rocket and just have it available this time for the outsider if he gets us in some awkward position. And it's time. Christina, you didn't get the capture, but maybe you'll get lucky enough we'll be able to capture ourselves the outsider.
Got it. Moving.
I don't think we've yet made an outsider capture, to be quite honest. Is the other sectoid gonna all of a sudden get brave? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna start running David Beckham back over towards the rest of the team, and we'll just do a double yellow move right behind this little bit of lumber. And we can start bringing you around, Sebastian. Kind of do it little by little, keeping some awareness. And there we do. We found out where the sectoid is. Like I said, keeping some awareness on the sectoid. It's not a great shot from our angle, but at least we know where he is to move or try to position someone else in that direction. I think I'm going to take the chance right here with you, Rafael Nadal, for the meld. It has tempted me once again to make a move that might not be in my best interest, especially if the outsider, well, if the outsider gets activated, it's not in my best interest, but hopefully the outsider is farther back in. So let's play the game. Oh, so we get the meld, we get the other meld, and we do it outsider free, 74% to knock out the last sectoid, so we can totally focus on the outsider. Rafi does it. Silence. Silence is golden. Now I feel a little more confident just be running up the hill. Especially with you, Arden. We'll keep you in the back. In fact, I'm wondering, Arden, if I should keep you in the distance. Of course, there are definite angles that would not be our friend by bringing you in that way. So we should have enough others. So I'm just going to park you out here to maybe have an angle inside the spaceship when we get to that point.
Confirmed.
And we'll continue running everybody else around as we start to set up to drop down on the UFO. So at this point, I may speed up a little bit until we get ready to pounce into the UFO, just so you don't have to watch my moving. I'm planning to move up by these tractors, then move over to the side of the barn, and then drop down to the side of the UFO here, and that's where I'll be doing my breach from the left and the right. So bear with me as I make these moves, and once I get set up, we'll slow it back down and see how successful this plan is. Okay, we're back to real time. We got everybody positioned now. We got our sniper steadied, and we are about to find out where that last outsider is. Now, if we're fortunate enough to make this happen and make this work, our arc thrower is here with Tina, Christina the spy, Busty. We're going to first do the peek around with Sebastian to get our eyes on the outsider. So let's kind of see what kind of cover we have the potential to move into. That's a dash, so it may be we're going to have to peek around the corner. Sebastian, with you on your first move just to get the peek. You're going to be the one. Let's find that outsider. There he is. If he runs straight up the center, we just might have a shot with our sniper. The goal, however, is to weaken him down, ideally, with everybody else that we got in here. Flashbang the heck out of him so we are not targets ourselves. David Beckham, I think we're going to put you here. That way if we need to, you're right nearby next turn. In fact, let's get over there to... look at that. Flank shot, precision shot from Arden straight back. What a lovely shot to gift you back from the infirmary. Nice little payback from your wounds. Let's see what kind of damage that shot would do for us. 100% hit. That's 7%. I'm worried, would that do too much damage to knock him out totally? 7 plus crit, there's 5, 6, 7 plus a crit, 5 more. There's a slight chance we could kill, but there's also a slight chance in one shot we get him down to capturable strength. I'm going to take that chance right here. Arden, let's do it. Payback time. Ha 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 ha! Perfection! Down to 1 hit point. Now, of course, we can't get close enough with Tina this one turn, this very first turn. So he's going to regenerate some. We're still going to have to weaken him down some more with hopefully with some pistol shots after this. But that was an awesome shot by Arden. Let's get everybody else rushed in there. We'll be able to flashbang the heck out of him. And we should be able to get you, Keith, maybe in there to be able to... Now I'm hoping with Arden over here showing him flanked, so maybe I won't put him under suppression, but we will definitely flashbang him. Because I'm thinking being flanked by the sniper, it may force him to move, and if he's under suppression, that would just end it all right there. So let's start out with you. Let's get over here. Boris. No, it's David Beckham right here. David Beckham, we're going to put you here. You're going to use the flashbang. It's a shame Tina can't get close enough this turn to be able to use the arc thrower, and we'd have a really good chance at a capture. Tina, I think what I'm going to do is just get you as close as I dare. This is pretty doggone close, keeping you in cover. The only thing that would make that awkward or bad is if the outsider retreats farther away from you, but I'm hoping he'll stay put.
Target confirmed. On our way.
Let's get everybody else now positioned. Boris, Becker, it'd be nice to get you in here. You also... Actually, you've used your flashbang. But we'll start getting some of the rest of us set up for future moves. Keith, you have suppression, and while I've decided I'm not going to use it this turn, I want you inside and ready to be able to use it for future turns.
Roger that.
Trevor, just in case, maybe we get you positioned over here just to steady that rocket. Not that I think we're going to be needing any kind of rocket.
On my way.
And we'll steady. And Rafael, Nadal, you have a standard pistol, so next time maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get some use out of that. We don't want to flank him, so I think we're going to dash you right here. And finally, Sebastian, we might as well move you in with everybody else right here. Let's see what the outsider does. He has a shot, but in his weakened state, he missed. He regenerated 4 health. Now the question is, we need to get a pistol shot to weaken this guy back down. He's back up to 5 strength. I'm going to move you over here and see if we can get a flank with the pistol and wear him back down. Rafael, Nadal, let's see if you can do that for us.
Me muevo a la posición.
Get the pistol going. And what kind of a chance? 81% shot. If we get a crit, 50% for a crit. Crit would be ideal right here. Oh, we couldn't even hit. Couldn't even hit. We got to see who else has some pistol shots available for us. Tina herself would. David Beckham unfortunately has a laser pistol shot, but we may just take it. There's a chance. Ooh, laser pistol is not a good choice in this instance because that's a kill shot if it hits. That's a kill. Do we have anybody with any conventional kind of pistol that I have left out there? Laser pistol, unfortunately, there. But this laser pistol is not bound to do the same kind of damage. So let's give this coin flip shot from you, Boris Becker. Let's just do a little boom here and weaken him down. Now our pistol shots are way off, way off. Let's try one more time for you. Oh, Boris Becker, you are bad. You are a bad shot. Maybe I can move you closer. If I move you closer, you're not going to be in range for that pistol. You'd only be in range where you are with your sniper rifle. So it looks like I might have to work the suppression angle this time with you, Keith. Do I have anyone else nearby that could do a flashbang? Anyone? Sebastian, you can play the flashbang card. Let's throw it out. There we go. That would flashbang him. Thank you, Sebastian. Now that's what we got you here for, Keith. Of course, he is flanked now, so he's probably gonna move. Now that my pistol shot failed, he is probably gonna move, so I'm gonna forgo the suppression this time. Just kind of reposition. I don't want to overwatch because he's probably, well, geez, this is a tough situation because I don't want to kill him. I'm trying to capture him. And David Beckham, why is it will to survive? There's some perk that's making your sniper rifle so much better. I mean your laser pistol. No, this laser pistol would get me the damage I want. Let's do it right here. Well, it's not going to be a good arc thrower shot, but we got to do it now. It's getting too hard otherwise. We're going to get you in here, Tina, and see if you can't do the arc thrower and make a capture for us. The odds are not going to be good. 42%. We hit on a 54% on a capture. Let's see if we can do this.
Aye,
I think you were successful.
As soon as you return.
Look
We
at
nailed it,
that.
Commander. Mission accomplished.
Outsider stunning capture. So we got 2 captures, Outsider and a sectoid on this mission. That was awesome. Got a cyber disc kill, a cyber, I can't even talk, cyber disc wreck. So this was a fun, successful mission.
Is that all that's left of the specimen we attempted to capture?
Yes. I believe we may have found the source of the strange readings we picked up when we first encountered it.
What is it, Doctor?
We're not exactly sure. It's organic in nature, yet highly magnetized, and it appears to resonate very faintly within a specific electromagnetic spectrum. It is currently unclear how or...
Perhaps that's because this is outside your field of expertise, Doctor. If what you're saying is true, this object is an antenna, one that's receiving a signal.
That signal. Can we trace it?
No, at least not yet. We would first need to determine its encryption algorithm.
My team can handle that.
In that case, I will focus on constructing an interface between this object and our global communications array, which we'll need to trace the signal.
Then it looks like researching this crystal should be our top priority.
All right, so we got some research ahead of us on that crystal we captured. Sebastian has got a promotion on this mission. Anybody else? No. So at least we got one promotion out of that. So congratulations to the professor on this one. We captured an alien pistol, an alien carbine. So we're starting to load up on the plasma weapons. Too bad we can't use them yet. And we got a fair amount of corpses on this. Alerium, alloys, weapon fragments. Good haul on meld. Complete flight computer, damaged, and some other damaged stuff. Nice haul for a little old downed fighter. Not bad at all. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to go to the situation. Oh wait, July 8th. Let's see, my note over here says July 9th or 10th is when I ideally want to do an Exalt scan. So let's advance a little extra time. Back in engineering in our facilities. We got a satellite uplink up in 3 days, so that's going to help us out, but not a lot of other cash till we get in here and sell. So let's actually immediately, before we get out there, start scanning. Let's visit the gray market, and let's get rid of the damaged stuff that we found on this last mission. We got a damaged flight computer worth 15, damaged power source that's 45 back in the bank for us, and we've got 8 UFO power sources, 11 UFO flight computers. I think we're good at 10. I think we can afford to sell one of those. Probably can get rid of maybe and feel safe getting rid of a couple power sources, but for the moment I'm going to hold on to them until I have something specific that I know I want to use it against. So let's complete this and gain 75 credits. Gets us over 100. We're in good shape for the scan coming up in a couple of days, so that's what we're going to play for right at the moment. We can sell 12 Illyrium for 2 scientists, seeing as we're sitting on 469 Illyrium. I think that's a good deal for us. And we got some alloy plating, some more available for us, so let's just carry on from there. We're sitting at July 9th. It's AM in the morning, so I'm going to go towards the end of the day of July 9th and maybe early July 10th before we do that Exalt scan. So let's just advance just a little bit farther. And we finished our project Enhanced Ballistics, and we'll just carry on. Let's just take a peek in here. I don't think we have any more immediate projects that we need to worry about at the moment. Obviously I can afford new combat systems, but I'm going to hold off till after the Exalt scan because I need that $50 for the Exalt scan. So there's no pressing foundry projects that I have to do and have to drop everything for.
Excavation complete.
And we finished mag pistols, and we're real close to the scan. Let's just get there. We're finishing projects left and right all of a sudden. We now have aircraft boosters project complete. Actually, I think there's a little something in there we might be able to build having the boosters available. Let's get into engineering and build by items. And over here, is this where I purchased the boosters? Yes, UFO tracking boost. I could only cost 14. I can still afford the Exalt scan. Couple drone wrecks. Let's manufacture a couple of these is what I'm thinking. Submit the order there, and let's do one more. So we'll build 2 of those. Let's get back out there, let a little more time go by and do the Exalt scan. Tenth is here. We got a few more. In fact, Dylan Crusher is back to active duty. He's the one that's going to be going out on the Exalt mission should we be successful with the scan. So let's just do it right now. Good timing on everything right there. Covert operations. We are going to do an intel scan for 50 and see if we're successful.
Intel scan complete.
And it is. We have a base in India that we're going to go after. See what kind of info we can get. We already know the Exalt base is not in Canada, Russia, US, or China. we're now going to infiltrate over in India and see what we can find out. So let's go ahead. Oh, let's go ahead to India right here. We're going to attempt a covert operation right here.
Nothing new to report right now.
And get our soldier list going. Let's get up to Dylan Crusher. He's the one that's going to be going out on this one. Where, oh where, there he is, Dylan Boomer Crusher. We have a promotion for you, Dylan. And you are a run and gun kind of operative, kind of assault, Dylan. So let's see, I'm trying to remember exactly how I want to promote you for that run and gun situation. So hang on just a second while I refresh my memory. I think what we are going to do too, I basically couldn't remember, so I took a peek on the UFOpedia, and what we are going to do is we're going to go with rapid fire because it does work with run and gun, so that's a good way to get a little damage here. So we are going with rapid fire. It works well with a pistol, I believe, and that's what we're going to pick on a running or on an operative here. So let's take the rapid fire. And let's work on your loadout. That's key. We're going to get rid of ceramic plating, and we definitely want to give you alloy plating. That is good for your health. The other thing is, do we want a flashbang or something else?
But I don't think it's related to
I'm not sure if high cap works with a pistol. I know it does for primary weapon, even though this would be your primary weapon, but I'm just not convinced it works, so I don't want to spend the extra clips. In this instance, I'm going to keep you with the flashbang, and we're going to send you out. Good luck, Dylan.
Covert operative deployed to
nothing to report at the moment. Boards are clear.
Okay, let's get out there and look for our next mission. Starting to get a lot of soldiers back. Ooh, we may have finished.
How'd it go, Doctor?
Better than expected. Before the creature expired, I was able to extract some new information from it.
You're saying that thing spoke to you?
Not precisely, but when you have access to a creature's brain, certain patterns can be discerned, recent images and thoughts.
And what exactly was our late friend thinking about?
This particular image appeared in the creature's thought patterns several times throughout the procedure.
We've already met that thing, Doctor. This is hardly the kind of breakthrough we were...
And there was a neural link in the creature's mind between this image and this one.
That's the thing that pulled a disappearing act when we shot down our first UFO. And let me guess, you want to poke around in its head too.
It is the next piece of the puzzle. And this time, instead of shooting it, I suggest we try to capture it alive.
Well, if that's the outsider that we captured, I think we've already done that. So here we go. We interrogated the muton. Let's get some new research in there. And new objective, capture an outsider, which we have done. Gauss weaponry. We get a research credit for Gauss weaponry. And that is good timing because I think we have Gauss weapons available to research, and it gets it down to 13 days. I do remember it being a little higher than that before. I'm kind of thinking xenogenetics might be the next way we go though, and then after xenogenetics we're going to switch up to Gauss weapons. So far our laser weapons have been hanging in there okay for us, especially now that we got armored up. So I think I'm going to do the xenogenetics first and then take a look at advancing up to the Gauss weapons. So let's jump in right there.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
And once again, let's get out there and get a mission. We're already to July 11th. We're due for another mission here, guys.
Satellite uplink complete.
Ooh, I'm so curious now. In fact, 16 weapon fragments. I'm going to take a new engineer for sure. Even for weapon fragments, I will. I'm going to get back in here. I am curious
Dr.
as
Vollin's
all
interrogation
heck.
technique certainly is efficient. You'd never know it by looking at her, but that woman is an alien's worst nightmare.
We know she has ways to do this. Now we gained 2 more satellites to go up, so we definitely need to build that other satellite uplink in our engineering or in our facilities. And the cost on the satellite uplink is 200, so we definitely got to get up to the other 200. I think we have enough satellites under construction. We got 2 more here with 1 built, so the thing that's going to hold us up from getting continent coverage.
What sort of power or authority does it take to control such a vast range of alien species? What incentive would they have to follow through with his plan?
All good questions. So really I want to look at getting the funds to build the next satellite. In fact, we probably have what it takes to sell. Let's get the gray market here. Let's get aggressive with what we have to sell. Let's see if we can come up with what we need. I think we can go with 2 flight computers. I think we can get rid of and afford to sell 2 power sources. That would get us up to 180. That would get us over our 200. We're going to complete that transaction right there. Boom, boom, boom. And we are going to start the last satellite uplink right here. I think we have the power. Yes, we definitely have the power for it. Oh, wait. I don't have enough engineers. Gosh darn it. How many engineers am I lacking? I got to get up to 30 engineers. Wow. 30, 30, 30. And what do we have available as of right now? 25. I need 5 more engineers. Is there anything in the situation room that gives me engineers? Sectoid corpses, 8 sectoid corpses, and I only have 3. That would only get us a scientist though, so not now. Need engineers, guys, need engineers. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get more engineers. So in the meantime, let's get a new mission.
Contact detected.
Okay, we got a small scout. It is low, so we're going to see about shooting down this scout, see if we can get ourselves another downed UFO mission. We got these 2 back in 2 days, so that's not the end of the world. I think we're going to go with avalanche missiles right here and see if we can bring it down with the old avalanche missiles. I got 2 of these are ready to go. So let's start out with you, Skipper. Come on, catch up to him.
Padlocked.
Hit. We need a hit. We aren't getting that hit. There we finally get a hit.
Contact lost.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
Contact detected.
I'm going to go aggressive once more with avalanche. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. This air game is tough.
We have eyes on the bandit.
There we go. Oh no, but no survivors. But at least we didn't take any more damage. We just get some funds back in the bank. And let's scan for some more activity. Still no mission. Ah, very cool one. Very, very cool one. I love it. Now let's see if we can get in here and build engineering wise. Can we build items or are they just available? Alien grenade. Is that something we have to build? I would think so. I don't see alien grenade available at all, but hopefully since we've researched it, when we get to equipping our soldiers, it should be available to equip with an alien grenade now. I thought maybe we had to build something before it became available, but it very well should just be available, I would think. Okay, we finished those projects, alien grenades. We have had a look, and we should be able to do it. So our current batch should be better now. So I think we're in good shape that way. We can do it. Now I'm very interested in the improved med kit. And where I'm going to spend the money to get that going right here.
We're certainly
And
keeping
that
the boys
puts
down
us
in the
below
family
the
busy.
ability, but we
I'll
don't
let
have the
them know
engineers
you've got
right
another
now.
project ready for production.
Yeah, we don't have the ability to build that satellite uplink yet with our engineer shortage, but we can quickly raise the cash, I believe, so I'm not too worried about that. Repair bay, I think we should have everything repaired back up. Good. Let's get out there and get a mission. Come on, guys, let's get a mission. We're already to July 13th. There we go. We got ourselves an abduction.
Commander, we've
We're
picked up
heading out to
multiple
the
requests
United
for
Kingdom for a
assistance.
moderate. We
Abductions
haven't
in
had
progress
one
are
of
marked
those
on
in
the
a
holophone.
while. So we're going to go in what kind of a urban block, several buildings in a large combat zone, and we're going to take out and put together a crew. We got a lot of people that just came back from fatigue as we were scanning. We saw down in the lower left, so I don't think we're going to have any problem picking out a squad. So we're making some progress. We've got alien grenades. We're working on improved med kits. We've got a few good things going here. We got improved, when we get to it, next research project, improvement on researching our Gauss weapons by getting that muton interrogation. So I'm excited about some of the progress we've just made. Now we just got to see if we can carry it through in actuality on these missions coming up. So this is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. Want all of you to have a great day, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. Join me for some more episodes, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Thank you.